Hi, it's Aneta here from Aneta Yoga Studio and Wellness. Today is Thursday, 22nd of February. Welcome to another Facebook Live session, Yoga Wellness Coaching session. And how are you this morning? Hope you're well. If you don't know me, my name is Aneta. I'm a yoga and mindfulness teacher. I run a yoga studio and wellness in Ramsgate in Kent. I am Thai yoga massage therapist, and I'm also a yoga wellness coach, which is a really big part of what I do. And today, so welcome. If you haven't met me before, welcome. If you have, nice to see you here. And today I wanted to chat with you about another thing that comes up a lot in when I work with people in the groups, workshops, or one-to-one sessions. A bit that is really big in the yoga wellness coaching program. And that is about the myth of getting old. And just this week and last week, I had 3 people saying to me, I feel tight, I'm stiff, I'm tired. I guess it's just a normal thing about getting old. The curious thing about it was that those 3 people there was a person in their early 70s, a person in their mid 50s, and a person in their mid 30s. There is a little bit of a discrepancy in there, if you ask me. Over the last few months, I had a lot of people saying to me, and a lot of women in their 40s, a lot of women and men in their 50s and 60s. So this myth of, I'm experiencing this stiffness, I'm experiencing this tiredness and low energy levels, I'm experiencing this lack of clarity because I am getting old. And visibly within the body, seeing people kind of holding so much tension, often in the shoulders or in the back, or sticking the chest out, or being, one shoulder higher than the other, which is my kind of stress response. And forgetting that really it's just a myth. And I'm not saying that we're not getting older, that the body does not change, because yes, the body changes, we get older, the body changes the way that it works. For women, we go through the cycle, and then maybe we have children, and that's a huge change for the body. Maybe then we will go through menopause, again, huge change in the body. For men, again, the body changes how it operates. And so there is no denying that we age, physically age. But the myth is around that as we get older, we have to start seizing up more. We have to stop losing the mobility and the movement in such a drastic way, as I see with a lot of people. And sometimes things happen in our lives. Sometimes we will have illness. Sometimes we will have an accident or incident or major trauma within the body in our life, and that will really throw the body into the kind of trauma response, and really quickly the changes will happen within the body. But many of us experience a stress within our daily lives, and slowly, day by day, we start holding more and more. It could be in the shoulders, it could be in the back, it could be, middle of the back, trying to stick the chest out. And, looking at the phone, what do we see? It's this kind of... And I forget also, often my partner will come in and I'm on my laptop just doing stuff on the sofa, and he will say, look how you're sitting, so easy. And when I used to work in social care, I spent a lot of time in the meetings, sitting down, or in the car driving around Kent, or on the computer, you know, long hours on the computer, and you just start sliding down without realizing that that's what you're doing. And over a period of time, the body learns that this is the best way to deal with the situation. So the body always tries to adjust to the situation that we're doing, you know, so we are able to do that and stay in that situation to make it work for us. And that can create a lot of tension, a lot of holding, a lot of kind of learned patterns within the body that we stop noticing, because that chronic tension in the shoulder or in the hips or the back, or in the neck, it's there all the time. So we don't see it. It's become our new normal. We only see it when we try to do something that we've been able to do before, and now we are not able to do. And we forget that really that mind-body connection is so important, because it's your brain and your nervous system that controls your muscles, controls your body. And so stress plays a really big part in this. And every single person that I've worked with on a one-to-one basis came in, and the thing that has come up was stress. The stress within the mind, the stress within the body, the tension as the body reacts to the mind, the holding, the way that we move, that maybe it's not an easy and flowing. And so that connection is so important. And the first thing that really we always do in the Yoga Wellness Program is to focus on that stress response, to actually switch it off. And it's not that stress is bad, although it's possibly not that healthy, and there is a lot of research behind it. But it's how it affects our body and how we react within our body that then creates that tension, that holding. And it could be also, it could be physical stuff that happened, could be the prolonged stress, the way that we hold our bodies. It could be emotional response within the body, because something happened and we just constricting or holding so much of the stuff. And I talked quite a lot over the last couple of weeks in the Facebook Lives about the body wisdom. And so the two things about the body wisdom, when you put them together, they're so effective. One of them is the being able to connect with your body wisdom through that emotional intelligence and really checking in what's going on when you've got sensations within the body, and really understanding what they are about and the message that they carry to you. And the other one is repatterning the way that your body moves. And in a sense, that's why I practice and I teach mindful yoga, to connect with the breath, to notice what's happening within the body, to be able to to understand the somatic experience. By that I mean the inner experience of being within your body. The inner experience of being within your body on a physical level and emotional level is so individual for each one of us. It's not, it's very different from somebody looking at you and telling you what to do and, giving you guidance and advice, which is very valuable. But they will never know how exactly it feels from that inside out place. It's so important. And in a sense, that's why you are an expert, or you have got a potential to be an expert on your own body. And that's why practicing is so rewarding, because you get to know yourself. You don't rely on somebody. I mean, I know people who go to osteopaths and massage therapists, once a week, once every other week. And then somehow, within a week or 2 weeks, the body goes back to how it was. So there is something about the way that we hold ourselves and the way that we live our lives that puts it back in between those sessions. And that's why it's such an empowering thing to be able to understand what's going on for you on the emotional level, on the physical level, to really have that understanding and to create a bit more ease, a bit more space within your life and within your body, within your being, the whole being. And so if you are experiencing tight and sore muscles, the joint stiffness, and a loss of smooth and controlled movement, if you're experiencing chronic pain, then maybe it's time for you to pause and really bring your awareness inward and start noticing what's happening for you. How do you stand? How well do you live within your body? How much do you inhabit your body? Or do you just live at the front, at the top part of your body, just here in the chest, the face and the hands? And actually the back, the legs, the feet, you know, often the pelvis feel like they're not really connected with you. If you're experiencing those, you know, it's very worth looking at how you can start easing off, how you can come back into your body through awareness with loving kindness and self-compassion, and understanding that it is a habit and your body is responding to the stresses and maybe to the past traumas in your life in a certain way, and that there is a way to release it. There are specific practices and exercises that you can do on a daily basis to really release it and create more ease and space within your body and a bit more harmony and wholeness in the whole of your being. And if you have got any questions, please post them, and you know, I will respond, and it will be really really good for us to communicate around it. And if you have had any experiences around it as well, I'd love to hear. Let me know what you think and whether you're finding this useful. And I will see you next week for another session of Yoga Wellness Coaching, hoping to bring a little bit more awareness into how we are within our body and within our whole being. And I really wish you a really wonderful day. Namaste.